You cannot ignore. They are shoving it in your face. And if you want a really good example, what's the real reason why the new movie Batman versus Superman totally died in the box office? Because it is creepy as hell. I watched the extended version with the extra half hour. It's probably going to be what my next article will be about. Because every 60 seconds in some cases, at least no more than 2-3 minutes ever goes by in that film without some kind of insider symbol, some of which are less known. You have to be really educated on it like I am. But I can show people, I can take pictures of this and then put it on my website, and then you'll be able to see it, and that's what I intend to do. So okay, let me tell you some things. Batman is Lucifer, and Superman is Lucifer. And they make very, very blatant comparisons. They talk about Superman as the fallen angel. Superman is some angel that came to Earth and fell. And then at the very beginning, one of the very first scenes is the little kid, when he becomes Batman, he falls into this well, he falls to the bottom, he sees the bats start flying around him, and they levitate him back up through the well. So here he is, this kid, levitating with all these bats around him. And that is a satanic image.
He ascends. So, he ascends.
Yeah. And they make so blatant. They make it so blatant. And here's the other big secret. When you watch the movie, Jesse Eisenberg plays Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is how they see Jesus Christ. So in the movie, they have this guy, and you can see a scene with Lex Luthor where he's got a shirt on. Oh, and he says he's kind of like a Google type or like a Facebook type, like one of these brilliant kids. And he says, I inherited all this from my father. You never see the father. So that's a reference to Jesus, because Jesus' father is unseen, but there he is. He shows up on Earth. He's got red hair. They don't give him a beard. That would be too obvious. But he's got the long red hair.
Right.
And then there's one scene, you can take a stop motion photo of this, where he has a shirt on, a T-shirt, where he is wearing a shirt that has a monkey that is pushing down one of those old-fashioned TNT switches, where it's like a T-bar that goes down into a box.
A detonator.
Like in the old-fashioned Roadrunner cartoons.
Yeah, detonator.
Yeah. And then on the box of the detonator is the all-seeing eye.
Oh, shut up. No,
I'm dead serious.
Really?
Right in the movie. What? So what are they saying? He is the guy who's trying to detonate the Illuminati. He's Christ, which they think is bad. Then it gets even better, because at the end of the film, this guy goes and gets one of the corpses that's on ice from the previous Superman film, one of these gods that had come here to fight Superman and was killed, but they kept his body. And he cuts open his hand, and then his blood mixes with the body, and he sticks it into this ship that they have from the extraterrestrials when they landed, and it creates this big monster. And the monster fights Superman and nearly kicks his ass. And it takes Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman to defeat this thing. And then the thing's heart is glowing, the sacred heart of Christ. So this is their view of Christ. They see it as a demon. And they have these scenes with Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor, and they keep focusing on the X. The X is often used as a symbol for Christ, like the crucifix. They're always showing you the X of Lex Luthor. You get all these scenes at the end with him where he's cut his hand, and he's got a bandage over his hand, and then the bandage falls off, and you're actually seeing his bloody palm. So they're not being subtle.
Wow.
And this is one of the biggest movies of the year, and it's in your face. And if you know as much as I do about this group, then you're seeing new symbolism every minute or two. It's throughout the entire movie. It's unbelievable.
Now you're going to have, David, as you know, we have a big audience, and they're listening to this right now, and there's going to be those out there that are going to go, Wilcock is using the metaphors of a Hollywood movie here. He's going way too far with this. Why?
Yeah, but dude, in the movie they actually have a picture of Lucifer as the fallen angel, and you have Jesse Eisenberg, whose voiceover They're talking about fallen angels in the movie over and over again, and they keep making very direct comparisons between Superman and the fallen angels repeatedly.
Sure.
You can't ignore it.
And
you can't ignore it.
Well, Eisenberg, I know, was the Antichrist, but that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. But why would they choose to put I know, symbology that is all over Hollywood, and we know who controls Hollywood. There's no doubt about that. But why use this movie for this vehicle in such a direct manner?
They are doing it in many, many, many movies, but they are doing this because whether your conscious mind knows it or not, your subconscious is actually picking up the symbolism. So your conscious mind may not think, well, hey, Jesse just cut his hand. That's kind of like the stigmata wound. And then the stigmata wound makes this demon that's got this glowing heart.
Right.
But your subconscious sees him wearing this shirt that's got a monkey with a TNT blowing up the all-seeing eye.
Yeah, the bloody palm. The bloody palm is pretty.
The bloody palm was so obvious. Like, oh my Lord, I couldn't believe it. Why are they doing this? Because they intended to officially reveal themselves and take over. And you either join the group or you go to a camp. And I'm not talking about summer camp.
Yeah, totally.
That's what they intended.